In this video, I'm going to show you 10 AI technologies which you won't believe are real. And each one is going to be even more insane than the one before.
The Alfie Whattam podcast.
Starting at number 10, we have AI shoes, which allow you to double your walking speed.
These are the Moonwalkers by Shift Robotics. These AI-powered shoes connect to your existing shoes, allowing you to walk 2.5 times faster than normal, as well as working on stairs. A few people I know have tried these and they've actually told me really, really positive things. They say that they're really, really easy to use and they genuinely do as described. You can walk really, really quickly, just like you're walking normally. Now, some people are saying this could be the future of walking. You know, we have... no one's quite cracked walking. We've had bikes for, cycling, we've had skateboards, we've had rollerblades, and Heelys. But these are a bit different because they use AI.
I think it is a little bit of a gimmick
Okay.
at the moment. But again, I can see some applications where you can use it in construction and in a few other.
I'm not entirely sure how well it will go around a corner at full tilt. I think you have to kind of start walking in baby steps as you approach the corner so it slows down and then you can go around. But I don't know, I've not tried them. I would love to. I think it could be a real fun, like rollerblading, a fun kind of activity. Like, hey, I'm going to go moonwalking.
The use case and utility, I'm with you. I actually think your vision for kind of like entertaining rollerblade style thing, that actually could be quite interesting. I do think there's maybe a little bit there. It'd be niche, obviously, but the general kind of super-powered shoes, I'm not sold.
Next up, at number 9, we have cutting-edge software which can replace TV news reporters.
AI-generated newsreader is live in Kuwait. So this blonde-haired, computer-generated woman named Feda appeared on Kuwait News. Could this cutting-edge tech replace the need for human news anchors?
So when I look at that photo, I think it's quite creepy. And most of the instances I've seen are the same. And when I hear them, I'm not very impressed.
Yeah, I mean, it is really interesting application of this technology. I think, is it going to replace human newsreaders? I don't think so.
I find this quite terrifying, to be honest.
If I had to take like a little yes or no from each of you, 5-10 years from now, do you think this will replace human news readers, news anchors?
I think it's going to be a combination.
I'm a no, actually.
I think probably it's a mix.
The bad journalists, the ones that are just reading from scripts, they're going to be the ones to go, right? Because, you're not going to need them. But the ones that actually have value to add, those are the ones that are going to stick around.
At number 8, we have some breaking news from Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom.
He has launched a £100 million AI task force. A couple of days later after that announcement, Ian Hogarth, the entrepreneur who a lot of people know in the UK, he has taken the role as chairman of that task force.
I quite like this is the fact that he's looking at it from a point of view of health and education, and I think health is a great area for ChatGPT to explore, or sorry, OpenAI to explore, because I think that really is something which everybody would benefit from, and I think that's a fantastic idea.
I think it's good that we're talking about it, and we've perhaps opened the door and put it on the agenda a little bit. So it is really important, I think, globally, that we get to grips with AI. And
you could do that on scale without any humans being involved, just by a little bit of code, if it isn't already being done already. Or if that hits millions and millions of people, it only takes a couple of people to get fooled by that to ruin lives.
Coming in at number 7, we have advanced artificial intelligence, which can now replace fashion models.
So Levi Strauss is partnering with Amsterdam-based digital model studio LaLaLand.ai to create hyper-realistic AI models of every body type, age, size, and skin tone.
I think it's good. I think it's, being able, because, when you see models modeling clothes, they don't look like me. Right?
It's about like 10 years too late, because now if you get like good AR, you can put your AR glasses on, look in the mirror, and it's going to replace your clothing with whatever clothing you want. So it's going to be on you, not on a generated model.
Probably conflicting views, and mainly conflicting because I don't find the ethics being very fair. I just don't know, whose bodies are there in that model, and who does own the body, because in the end the compilation, that body is someone else's measurement, someone else's pictures.
Good point.
It's a funny one. But yeah, I mean, I can definitely see the benefits. There's no question.
I think this is obvious that models are not going to exist really if this takes off, because why the hell would you need a model? Why would you even need a photographer if you have DALL-E for, scenic art and other types of art? You've got Midjourney for, building this kind of cool stuff. Then models and photographers will be gone.
Next up, at number 6, we have the exciting news that the Beatles are releasing a final song, which is being powered by AI.
Beatles, Paul McCartney has said that AI has enabled a new final Beatles song. The musician says he has used artificial intelligence technology to extricate John Lennon's voice from an old demo, and will finally complete a decades-old song, which will be released this year.
I really like the idea and the fact that it's not like, as you mentioned, Kanye or Drake, I think.
Yeah, the Drake one.
Algorithm, yeah. So it's not like mimicking someone, but rather improving the voice or like the recording that they have. So, and yeah, definitely can be a future for us, especially like we can't really re-record Lennon anymore, and yeah, that's a shame, but yeah, it is what it is.
The reason why this track was unfinished was because Lennon was like, I don't want to do something I've done before. This song means something new to me, and I want to try to work out a different way of singing or a different way of playing. And it's sort of taking that out of the individual's hands from the creative process by sort of generating it on the basis of things that they'd previously done, I guess. Yeah.
I don't even know if humans making music will be a thing in a couple of years. Is that going to be a reality? Is that like the final domino fall before it all happens?
We are now halfway through this list, so if you're still watching, then make sure you click the subscribe button below. At number 5, we have a futuristic new tool which replaces the need for drone videos.
This is what appears to be a video of a drone. However, this is not what it appears. This is not a video. This was not shot on a drone. This is a collection of pictures which AI stitches together to create what appears to be a video, which could completely change drones. It could replace them if you could upload a couple of pictures and then turn it into a video. This was created by researchers from Google and I believe Stanford University.
On one side it may look just like a small gimmick, on another iteration on how we can present spherical spacious images. You can have the same effect with 360 camera at the moment, and probably with a lower cost and bigger availability. But the most interesting thing is actually how they're building that, because they have to model the space.
Yeah, I mean, 3D, CGI, AR, VR,
it's a combination of
a lot
of things, right? All the buzzwords.
Yeah, I love it.
So I suppose one question would be, why would you use that instead of, say, using a 360 camera? I guess the answer could be about cost. I don't know. But I think what's interesting would be that using a 360 camera means that whatever you've produced is that. It can't be changed, Whereas if you're talking about advertising a product or advertising a house for sale or whatever it is, even not just a house for sale, any product, any service, any building you want someone to buy or rent or something, you can then look into what they personally look at, data or whatever data they've got on the marketing side, and then hit them first with whatever they're most interested in first. Like what photo would they be most likely to carry on watching that video for?
Yeah.
So that's what I think this could be quite powerful.
Coming in at number 4, we have a creepy AI update coming soon to the Amazon Alexa.
Amazon's Alexa could turn your dead loved one's voices into an assistant. Yes, I said that. Amazon is developing technology that will allow its Alexa digital assistant to mimic the voice of anyone it hears from less than a minute of provided audio. Many people are saying this is creepy and could create problems such as deep fake scams.
This actually scared me a little bit, this article. Buried in there was the comment that they're talking about doing voice substitution, so taking a small sample of voice and then from that creating, whatever they want to say.
I think both Apple is doing something similar with iOS 17 as well, and there's Alexa, and I think the key difference between them is Apple is doing it on device where your voice never signature never leaves your device, and maybe reading out the text etc. would involve some sort of a consent mechanism between the two parties, And with Alexa, I think it's just going to the cloud where it's being processed overall. So there's definitely privacy concerns over there.
I don't know like about how having it like another human. I think that's just going like a little bit too weird for me. I don't mind the Apple version, because if like they're sending you a text and it's reading it out, that's like a little bit better than like your Alexa just suddenly turning into your great grandma or something. You know?
Next up, at number 3, we have a powerful application which transforms text into video.
This is a teddy bear painting a portrait. That's what was typed in, and this is a video that was created. It's a little bit blocky, but it's you can see the wheels are in motion. You can see that it's starting to happen. A young couple walking heavily in the rain, and there they are. That's a young couple. They're walking in the rain. That couple does not exist. There is no umbrella. There is no rain. That's all AI generated. A fluffy baby sloth with an orange knitted hat trying to figure out a laptop close-up, highly detailed studio lighting screen reflecting in its eye. You can see the reflection in the eye, and that's what was typed in, and that video was produced as a result. So
I think it's amazing for as a production tool, but I don't think it's going to remove the creativity or, you know, put people out of a job that actually produce that original creativity.
Sure.
Like even in the examples you gave,
yeah,
that last one, the actual prompt was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, a fluffy sloth with the reflection in the eye.
Yes.
You know, that took a human's creativity to actually write, and so.
Sure. Yeah.
Whether we get to the point, we probably will get to the point where we have films being produced entirely by these AI models. So yeah, I think the stories, the creativity are still going to be driven by humans.
At the moment, probably a little bit of a gimmick.
Sure.
I guess if you think about it, there's millions or billions of videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's only the certain small niche of the top ones.
Yeah.
And can it come up with those top ones and consistently? Has it got a memory of previous seasons of whatever shows it's made?
Sure.
You know, so I think it's like a great starting point, prompt.
At number 2, we have massive news that artificial intelligence can now literally read a mouse's mind.
It's watching it through the eyes, and they're reading the brain waves of the mouse in a number of different ways. And they are using AI, using neural networks and big data and analytics to recreate that image on a screen just by reading the signals. And you can see on the bottom it's a little bit more glitchy. It's not quite as good as the original, but like if I told you 5 years ago that we'll be able to do this,
it's quite scary. Like this is the scariest thing for me.
Yeah,
it was surprisingly good. So it's scary when you think about if they could use that on humans, the implications of that.
Big brother.
Yeah, no privacy.
Yeah.
Anyone could just see what you saw.
Yeah, I mean that would be the terrifying way that could go.
Absolute fear.
Yeah, you're scared of it?
I think ethically we shouldn't even be allowed to go there, personally. It's too easy to be manipulated and just create absolute distortions.
Maybe this tech is going too far. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's a stepping stone that we shouldn't cross.
Now, before we reveal our winner, let me tell you about this video's sponsor. If you're looking to hire software engineers in the UK, then you need to check out my company, Alpha Recruitment. We can find you the top 1% of software developers who are searching for new opportunities. Just go to welovealpha.com now. The link will be in the description. And finally, at number 1, we have a more advanced mind-reading AI, but not for a mouse. I'm talking for an actual human being. Check it out.
So researchers found that they can reconstruct highly accurate images from brain activity just by using popular the Stable Diffusion image generation model. So the top shows what the individuals were looking at, and then they were thinking about what they were seeing, and then the AI was reading those brain waves and then recreating the image on the screen. Those are just 2 examples, but I mean they're not perfect, but they are pretty close.
This is incredible. I read the paper and I'm purely amazed. Imagine, I'm so excited about this actually. I really want to try it out just for fun.
I'm going to say it blew my mind.
Literally, and read it.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting. Obviously, it's at a very early stage at the moment, and we all know that we're not able to plan for a year in advance, but we don't have a vision for 10 years' time. If you think about how quickly something like ChatGPT is developed in a very short time, something like this is going to just develop. What's it going to look like in 10 years' time?
Yeah.
It's just going to be so refined and so clever.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I would really be interested to see how they train it.
Yeah.
This AI.
Yeah.
Especially for the dreams.
I'm just thinking from a commercial perspective. If you link this to like Elon Musk's Neuralink, you could see something and then post that onto your Instagram just by seeing it and thinking posts. You could send a picture to somebody else's mind just by, you know, if I have an image of a website I want to be built, rather than me thinking of it and showing you on a screen, Lorenzo, I could just send you that in your mind and send ideas to each other.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.